Next.
All right, so from here we'll go to topic 3, which is
topic 2.
topic 2. Okay, sorry, I'm in the mindset because we recorded Dreamcatcher first.
We recorded
sake
the
of
topic
time.
4 first, which
Topic
is why
4
Jacob
first.
spoiled it.
Yes. Anyways, topic 3.
2.
2.
You keep confusing yourself, dude.
Topic 2.
2.
Topic 2. Got7's new album, Present You. All right. So we'll start off the review with all 4 versions of this song. Lullaby, which is in Korean, English, Chinese, and Spanish.
And in the language of
And
instrumental.
yes.
And instrumental.
That's the best language.
So for this, I thought this was a strong title track. I actually enjoyed this one quite a bit. It's just like, because the past few times Got7's put anything out, it just seemed a little more...
This doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, it's
Get
not
out of
good.
here.
Do you have a Got7 bong or no?
No, I don't. I've never been a huge fan of Got7. I like their songs, but...
Yeah, anyways, the last couple comebacks, I've been kind of like the song's good, but I want to see something different. I think this one's in the right direction of where I want to see them. So yeah, anyways, between Never Ever and now, that sort of, I guess, timeline is what I'd say. Anyways, yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. I thought each language version was pretty good, actually. Like, the English didn't seem too cheesy or anything.
Yep. So for me, yeah, I thought this was like a really fun, like, funky guy group song. Like I just said, I've never been like a huge Got7 fan. Like, I've liked their stuff, but I've never gone out of my way to like listen to all their music. But I really like the instrumentals in the song, especially like the synth lines stood out. I've always been a proponent for like no auto-tune hip hop stuff, so like that part I could have done without, but the actual singing is fantastic. Just throughout this whole this album, like, it constantly reminded me of how good the singers are in Got7.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I like always forget that. I feel it's like Jackson takes so much of the spotlight just because he has his solo stuff, and like he's so popular with variety and stuff that you just forget how good the singers are.
Yeah, I'd probably put them like similar to like how people forget that BTS has good vocalists as well. You kind of forget that Got7, because again, they're both like sort of hip hop or like just really hyped groups that you're like, oh wow, they actually have good singers. Yeah, because
exactly.
They're not really known for it necessarily.
And for the music video, like, it wasn't anything special, but I thought the choreo was really cool. The one thing that stood out to me in the music video was the choreo parts where they're on like an LED floor, and it's got like the like sound waves and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was okay. And then in terms of the other languages, I don't really have anything to say about the Spanish or Chinese versions because I don't speak those languages, and I think it's cool that they're doing it in so many different languages. But the English version actually flowed like better than I thought it would. You don't usually expect songs to be translated and to like work that well, but I thought it worked like pretty damn well.
I mean, I'd probably be the biggest Got7 fan out of all 3 of us, just because I've seen them twice now. But again, I'm kind of guilty of like I only really listen to their music whenever like they come up in terms of like seeing concerts or whatever. But I mean, I'm always just blown away by them. And I mean, I guess it was getting stagnant over like the Flight Log series a bit, but this definitely, again, this and like their last few releases are definitely going in the right direction. Again, I'm always a big fan of future bass, so anything that involves like a future bass type of tinge to it is gonna get a huge approval from me. And yeah, it's funny, in every language the chorus was always in English, which is really funny, but it's good because like the chorus is super catchy. I love the chorus. Like, we were listening into the car, like on driving to Six Flags, and then just like all the different language versions came up. It was like, damn, this chorus is really good. Just like the more you listen to it.
Yeah.
The MV, the thing I love about it is it's super colorful, which again, for whatever reason, like some guy groups just avoid using any like super colorful sort of things just because they're like, oh, we're guy groups, we have to be like super gritty and all that sort of shit, but like we're just super dark all the time. So I do appreciate that. The choreo is very like upbeat and fits so well with it. So again, they're really good at that. And I really applaud them for doing it in all these different languages because again, you usually just get Korean and then instrumental, but for them to take the effort to just do it in 3 other languages is incredible. I mean, obviously you were gonna get Chinese because of Jackson, in English obviously because of Jackson and Mark, which is why I think it was really good because they have 2 really good they have 2 native English speakers on the group in the group, so that it's not going to sound weird. But again, the Spanish one definitely blew me away. I mean, obviously, pronunciation's going to be weird a bit because they're pronouncing Spanish words a bit more Koreanized. Like the intonation and everything definitely sounds Korean. But I do, again, I applaud the effort for them to sort of recognize their international success because Got7 is sneaky popular. Like you wouldn't think that they'd be super popular like huge in America and like everywhere. But no, they have a lot of fans. And I mean, that proves it because this video is about to hit 30 million. So like they're not messing around. So I do appreciate that they're trying to sort of reach out to all of their different fans in different places. So I'm surprised they didn't do like a Brazilian Portuguese or like any type of like
Japanese.
Yeah, Japanese. Is a big one because they've done Japanese music before. So. But still, it's really cool for them to take the effort to learn a song in all these different languages because that's not easy. That is not easy at all. So that has to be applauded.
Yep. All right. So next up on the list is
Enough.
Which all right. So for this song, I actually thought this was strong enough to be a title track. To be honest, this song. I don't know. I guess it's hard to describe. I guess, but the beat was good. The chorus was catchy. Like had a nice drop, and I could see this having like really cool choreo. So I'm interested to see that.
Yeah, for me, like I thought the drop was so good in this song. I like how the verses are halftime, and then it like literally drops and like just goes hard. Like it just really like surprised me with how good this song was and how much I liked it. Vocals are fantastic too.
This is probably like the only like huge miss when it comes to the group songs because how this album structure is like there's 5 group songs and the rest are all solos. But yeah, this one was the only miss honestly, and I'll go into more detail later because I did like a song later that sort of correlates to this more. But yeah, it's probably the most forgettable for me.
Oh wait, you're last. Okay. Anyways, coming up next is Save You on iTunes, but on here we have it as I'll Protect You. Same difference, whatever.
Yeah.
So for this song, out of the like album tracks, like non-lullaby songs, I probably like this one the most actually. Well, other than the solos as well, out of the group tracks. Yeah, like the beat was nice. I thought people's vocals were decent in this. The raps weren't too horrible, so yeah. I thought this was good. The only part that I didn't like was like kind of a like not chanting, but like it's like almost talking part with the rap, like leading up to the chorus. I wasn't super crazy about that, but everything else I liked a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, I actually looked. I felt like this was like pretty similar style to Enough. And it's actually the same producers.
Okay, that makes sense. Then.
That's weird because I didn't like Enough that much, but I love this song. I don't know.
But you like this song? No, yeah, like I don't know. I actually like overall, I felt like the group songs on this album had like a pretty similar style that they stuck with.
Yep.
And I actually liked that it gave the album like a good continuous feeling for the group stuff at least. But yeah, I like the song too. I liked Enough more, but still good.
I don't know. This one down sounded completely different, mostly just because this has a bit more of a it has like a New Jack Swing like incorporation in some parts, which I really appreciate. I need more of that in K-pop, honestly. It's probably of the non-single like group releases, this is probably my favorite. See, and again, like the vocals on the chorus, again, they're just super underrated with how well they're able to deliver it. So I really enjoyed this song.
Yeah, so next up we have No One Else, which again, like this one is, I find it hard to like describe them all like differently because they are very similar.
Yep.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say is I like the beat on this one a lot. It's like the, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, I guess it's like do 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 do, like that over and over kind of gives me like a feeling of like sort of like running or something like that kind of, which I thought was pretty cool. Actually, I guess it reminds me of like a beat that maybe like Punchnell would use like in a rap song. And yeah, I like the like R&B style like vocals and the verses and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, like this is continuing that style, just like chill EDM, but with like the funk influences. Yeah, I thought for this one, like the vocalist really stood out. But yeah, like Jacob said, it's hard to keep talking about all these songs because they do have a similar style.
Yeah. I think just what sort of stood out for me was that really nice guitar riff that Jacob was talking about. The do 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 do. Has a really nice like build up to the chorus. I love like definitely does a good job of sort of setting the sound space, just making it very echoey, just like very like large and sort of just like the structure and everything. So that I did appreciate that about the song.
All right, so up next we have I Am Me, which this one I did.
Third Stray Kids album.
Yes.
It hasn't come out yet.
The one song that there, it's just the song is an entire cover of the album.
Yep.
Yeah, so this one had almost kind of like a almost like a ballad kind of thing in the verses until it gets to the drop in the chorus. Which, by the way, the drop in the chorus I thought was really well done. Like it's just different from like the standard drop we normally get in most things, I feel like. So yeah, like it just, this one sounded the most like fresh, I guess, out of the 5. So I like this one a lot.
Yep. Yeah, for me this is my favorite out of the album tracks, like the group tracks. First thing that stood out to me was like beat during the intro, like there's just like really cool drum sounds. And like you said, it starts out almost as like a ballad or like just a really slow like sentimental song, but the build is just so good. And the drop is just amazing. It's like Jacob said, it's not what you expect. It has hints of that like Chainsmokers drop, but then it's just like super distorted and like crazy.
The
it's
vocals
just not what you expected at all.
I'd probably say the
vocal really cool.
The vocals are very Chainsmoker-y. That's sort of definitely what brings it across, because they love that like sort of like group vocal like echoey type thing that they're going for here. So
Yeah.
That's surprising that you like it so much, because I know you you kind of hate
But he doesn't
Chainsmokers.
like the drops though.
Yeah, I'm talking more about like the actual beat they use.
Yeah.
Because most of the time the Chainsmokers, like, at least I haven't heard their more recent stuff, I guess, but like Closer and before, like they're all the same exact thing over and over. So,
So it gets tiring.
yeah. But yeah. Anyways, I guess from here we can go into the song.
Oh wait.
Andrew gets to talk.
Oh, Andrew didn't talk yet. Oh.
Yeah, I guess the only thing I'd
he was kind of.
No, the only thing I'd have to say about this is I thought this sort of executed the style of electronic music that they were trying to go for in enough. I thought they executed it way better in I Am Me, which is why it's sort of like I guess that's sort of what like ruined the song enough for me, just because like again I feel like they're very similar in a way, but maybe it's just a sort of like future bassy type of drop that I felt was way more interesting than what the drop that they ended up going with in Enough. So yeah, I feel like the drop is definitely the highlight of this song, and it's definitely what makes it. And it's very rare, because usually you just kind of get sick of drop focused songs, but this one definitely makes it for me.
Yep. So up next we have the solos from now on. That's the end of the It's the end of the group songs. This song is like Sunrise, by the way. It's JB's solo. And I guess as you'd expect, it's like a sexy slow jam from him. One thing I'll say is his vocals really stood out in this song. I think he did a really good job.
Yeah, for me, the falsetto was insane, and like I really like the contrast between his normal singing voice and his falsetto. It gave the song like a really great mix of vocal styles, even though it's a solo, which definitely made this stand out. This wasn't my favorite of the solos, but it was definitely up there.
Oh yeah, it's probably my second favorite of the solos.
Yeah, same.
Just because I'm thinking in my head, oh man, I can't wait to see this live because Got7 performs their solos live, so I'm just imagining right now like how many.
You know the shirt's coming.
Yeah, you know the shirt's coming like straight off, like 5 seconds into the song, that shit's coming off, so you know that's gonna be a great performance. Again, it's just like with the vocals with this, just like they always get buried behind like the rapping of Got7, and I'm glad. This is kind of the structure that I appreciated about BTS's answer, because like the solo songs again were just brought a different sort of sound to them, and I do appreciate that. There's a lot of musicality in this group, and I love how they're not afraid to like do like, I mean, remember in the last album that we reviewed of theirs, they did like the whole like subunit sort of thing where it was like 17 leaders, 17 like performance team, that sort of thing. So I love that they're doing they're willing to like do more music than just the group, and I feel like 12, 16 full album with just all group songs would get really tiring after a point. So I do appreciate it if they were going to go for a full album, just give them solos like this. And yeah, they started off the solos like really great with JB.
Yep. So from here, up next is OMW, which is Mark's solo featuring Jackson. I'm assuming it stands for On My Way.
Yeah.
Anyways, so for this, I thought the song was okay. I think what really drags it down, unfortunately, is like Mark's singing ability isn't the greatest.
Yeah.
Which I hate to say that because like, you know, it's a decent song. It's just like
anyone on it.
Yeah, exactly. And Jackson's lines weren't terrible. Like
weren't terrible.
Yeah,
they weren't terrible.
That's the best you could say.
Well, his solo music is just like
not great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I pretty much echo that sentiment. Like, I like Mark's rapping a lot. The singing could have been better, but it's understandable because I mean he's the rapper and dancer.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to, like, I'm not knocking him for it, but it definitely was noticeable. And then I thought Jackson's feature was like completely unnecessary.
Why is Jackson the only one that feases on any of theirs?
Like, he has his own solo.
Yeah, just let Mark shine, goddammit. Like, you hog enough of the attention as it is, Jackson.
Yep. And like Jacob said, it's not my style either, so like,
I mean, it's my style of song. It's just, again, like,
well, no, I meant Jackson's feature.
Oh, Jackson's
that
feature.
style of rapping is not my. I don't like it.
I think it's just too like close to mumble rap. I think I just can't deal with it. Like, I wouldn't call it mumble rap, but it's getting too close to there, I guess is what I'd say.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't like his feature as much, and I do like the style of song. It's just, again, if Mark had a better like vocal performance, just because I feel it's way too raw, so it's just too distracting from you being able to enjoy. Because it's definitely a well produced song. Like like I'd say the beats are all in order. It's just like the chorus is just like ooh. You're just like
one thing to point out, they did all produce their own or help produce their own
I do appreciate that they're allowed to get they're allowed this free reign. And again, I mean, they let Jackson do so much solo stuff again, so I'm glad that they're not afraid of letting them like vent in a way and not get like sick of doing the group songs.
And, it's definitely something JYP's been leaning towards more lately anyway, with like Stray Kids and Day6 like producing everything they do.
Yeah, definitely. It's made a huge
definitely
influence.
More open to it.
Yep. All right, so next we have Made It, which is Jackson's solo. And sorry, Jackson, but I can't deal with this. this is not the type of hip hop I like, I guess is what I'm gonna say. Like it's not, I don't think it's anything to do with the production quality or his rapping ability or anything like that. It's just like, this is not my style of song. Like my hip hop taste definitely like skew back towards the 90s, early 2000s. So like this is definitely more like contemporary, like 2018 style rapping. In hip hop, so like it's not my thing. It's too, I guess, obnoxious.
Yeah, so for me, I actually surprised. I like the song more than I thought I would.
One
I'm
thing
not
I will
a
say
fan.
is it's better than a lot of his other songs.
Which,
Yeah.
but that's not a high bar for you to set, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. But there's like it's weird because it's a rap song and I don't like the verses, but I actually really like the chorus because it's not that auto-tune part. Like, I like the synth line a lot, and then the beat when it builds for the chorus is like really good. Just like the rising string line that he uses for the chorus.
Yeah.
I just thought the beat was really good, and it's just like a repetitive like rap chorus, but he's not actually using the dumb auto-tune, so like I liked it more because of that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like the actual rapping verses, I'm like, it's that same style that Jackson does. That's not my thing.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how much I liked it, because again, we've been really critical on Jackson, but I think a lot of that has to do. I love the production way more than I've usually.
Yeah, I agree. The beat was just
Because I think, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, just the production on his solo tracks has been really lacking in comparison to what he's done with 17. So I don't know, maybe it's just because it's sort of juxtaposed amongst other Got7 songs. I think that might be, or I don't know. It's weird because like again, like he produces most of his own stuff when he does solos, but.
I think my big problem with it really is just like, for me, when I listen to hip hop, I'm listening more for like lyrical and technical ability in the delivery and stuff.
I don't know
Not here at all.
That's not.
exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
What Jackson's, what he's really good at is he's a good like hype like man. Basically, he's good at like, that's his specialty. So that's why I like this song. He does a very good job of building the hype for this. And despite the lyrics being like really weird, like quote, "We got the sauce, we made it," like literally just like nonsensical type of stuff. Like
just getting lost in the sauce.
yeah, don't get lost in the sauce. Don't get lost in the sauce, people. But I do. It's just, it's sort of his forte. So I do give him props for just sort of leaning into that. So yeah, again, I'm surprised that I enjoyed it at all. But yeah, it's
Same.
yeah, it's a good Jackson. It's a decent Jackson song.
Yeah.
Like that's setting the bar pretty low. But again, we definitely enjoyed it more than other solo songs from him.
All right, so next up we have My Youth, which is a Jin Young solo. And this is my favorite of the solo songs. Jin Young's vocals are like definitely shine a ton in this song. And I definitely, it's just like, it has the catchiest chorus. It's got the best vocals, best verses. The instrumentals were nice. It just feels nice and fresh. Like it's not super, I guess, original in like genre and stuff, but it's a very, very good execution for what it's trying to be. And I really, really thought this song turned out well.
Yep. It was basically like Jacob was reading my notes. This is my favorite solo song by far, and I think the vocals stood out amazingly. The only thing else in my notes that Jacob didn't say was this could have been a Day 6 song. Like, this is straight out of Day 6 playbook. I wouldn't be surprised if he like went to them for help on producing it, because like this easily could have been just that. It's that acoustic pop rock,
and they're like, all good.
Yeah, exactly.
They're good friends with each other, I'm pretty sure. So.
Yeah. They're all JYP. So.
Again, I'm surprised. Very rarely do we all agree on like what is the favorite song, and this is like my favorite song of the solos. Even it might be my favorite. I might actually even like this more than Lullaby, and I love Lullaby. So, Yeah, it's just
I definitely like this better than
yeah, because
Lullaby.
like Jacob said, there's something really fresh and just enjoyable about his vocals, and something it's sort of been hidden amongst the rest of like Got7's music. So again, this is like definitely a huge proof of like why I really love their solo the concept of solos. So I'd want an entire solo album from him, and that might be like jumping the gun too much, but if his vocal performance on this one song is like this, like noticeable, man, I'd love to see him do more solo songs. This is incredible, and I didn't you wouldn't, because it doesn't sound like Got7, so you wouldn't expect something like this to end up on their album, right? So
exactly.
It's just a really sort of nice surprise hearing it on here.
Jacob's laughing at the same thing I'm laughing at. Cooper's gift.
Yes.
So funny. Sorry, we're a little distracted in chat, but Cooper's
Yes.
freaking out because neither of them, they gave Ujusonyo a 3 out of 3 for concept. So he just put a funny gif of someone like freaking out
Smashing
and
their
tearing apart.
Shut up, Cooper.
Basically,
No,
I'm
Cooper's
telling you to
right.
shut up once again.
Cooper's right. You're right, Cooper. I got your back.
Anyway,
All right, so
Okay.
coming up next is
Next song.
Nobody Knows, which is the solo from Young Jae. I also enjoyed this one quite a bit, actually. Not as much as My Youth, but I still think this one turned out pretty well. Actually, it's hard. I think it's actually close, but yeah, because he has a really good like voice, and like it's very distinct. I think he has the most like distinct like vocal sound out of everybody in Got7, at least for me. I think he's the most recognizable. And yeah, I thought this one turned out pretty well. So
Yeah, for me, I thought this is really cool too. It's either my second or third favorite. It's just like it's cool because it's like a very chill EDM beat, but the vocals are very ballady. So it's, if that makes sense.
yeah,
So I thought that was like a cool mixture of styles. And yeah, like you said, his vocals like they're really distinct.
I wanted to like this song more because, again, I think his vocal performance is right up there with Jin Young. It's just, I don't know, like, there's just something about the instrumental that was just kind of all over the place, honestly.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't like it as much. Jacob's trying so hard not to laugh.
still laughing at that.
He's just thinking of the GIF. It's so funny. I'm in the same boat. Such a good GIF.
I'm just imagining Cooper doing that in his actual house.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like at this point, Andrew, we just gotta link it in the description.
Yeah, we just have to link the GIF in the
Or
description so
laughing at.
people are like, what the hell are these crazy people
What are they
laughing at? Anyway.
All right, so next we have Party.
The best song on the album.
Hell no.
It's the opposite.
Hell no. What the hell is wrong with you?
It's Bam Bam solo, and it's easily, sorry Bam Bam, but it's the worst song in the album. Like,
This might be one of the worst songs I've heard all year. Like, not even joking. You really think about it. Like, would you put it that low?
I
can't deal with it. It's like
I can't put any song with a deep house beat, even for parts of the
Like, it has a
song,
good beat,
as the
but,
worst
like,
song of the year.
ugh.
It's just it is. No, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not defending this song, but I don't think it's the worst song of the year.
I think it actually might have the best beat on the album, but still
The best
managed to
beat,
be the
the
worst,
worst
song.
No, yeah.
Why?
Bam Bam, I don't know how you did this. You started off with good material, and then you're like, you went over it, and you're like, you know what? Nobody needs to like this song anyway. Like, I'm sorry, but this is like straight up mumble rap. Like, no, stop this. You
Yep.
can do better.
Yeah.
If you have to rap in Thai, just do it. I don't
Yeah,
care.
just do that. I'd rather be able to. I'd rather you rap in a different language than rap in something I can't understand completely.
Yeah. Like, for me, I thought the pre-chorus build-up and, like, the deep house, like, chorus beat are amazing. And, like, yeah, I agree with you. This might be the best beat on the album, but just the verses
Spoiled
are
it.
so generic and, like, so just, generic trap that's, like, not good. It's so bad. And then the music video too, the picture I put on there is just so ridiculous because it's just him like
Token
hanging
white
out
guy,
with three
token black
dudes. Like
Is that the guy from Baby Driver?
It's just like, it's just why? Like, what happened here?
I don't know. I think it's just like, I think Bam. This is what happens when you give Bam Bam too much power. It's just like no. He's the only one you're allowed to give this much power to.
Oh,
He's
boy.
too crazy. So, again, I probably have the best. I probably have the best tolerance for like autotune out of all of us. But even I have to admit, like this autotune like was garbage.
We were listening to this in the car, and I was like, I'm done. I can't do it.
Jacob was about to jump out of the car. So you didn't have to
Where's
listen
the
to it.
instrumental version of this song?
Yeah,
Yeah,
where's
yeah,
the
I'll listen to that
instrumental
instead.
version of the? Yeah, no. Somebody go into Audacity and just like sort of filter out Bam Bam's vocals and just have the instrumental version. It'd be the best song of the year.
It's the best and worst song of the year.
Yeah, that's only Bam Bam can do something like this where we simultaneously love and hate it this much.
Yep. All right, so next we have Fine, which is a solo by Yukyum.
It's a cover of the.
Yes, this is a cover of the Taeyeon song. I wish. But anyways,
Cover of the Uju Sonyo song?
this one didn't entirely blow me away. That being said, I didn't dislike it. Like I guess if I had to rank it out of 10, I'd say it was like a 7 out of 10, probably. Instead of like the other ones that I did like were probably 9 or 10 because those were really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this one I think just because it's a little too, again, like trying to be too hip hop, I guess, and you don't need to, because I think the beats there and like he's got decent enough vocals that he could have done a pretty decent like slow jam R&B with a little bit of hip hop, but I think he just leaned too much into the hip hop side, and I think that's what kind of dragged it down for me.
Yeah, so for this song, I thought the beat was really cool. It almost has like horror elements to it.
Yeah, it's
There's just like some like weird minor stuff going on in there.
yeah. There's an entire like genre of hip hop where it's like, I mean, there's an entire genre of music that's almost like what's called like witch house or whatever. It's kind of like that, but like there's there's entire like horror like rap like subgenres.
Yeah.
So it is kind of like
But
that.
the thing, I don't know, Jacob, you probably didn't watch the music video. This is definitely a dance song.
Okay.
The choreo is really good.
That might redeem it.
So yeah, if you guys didn't see that, the choreo was like it's very much like a Taemin song. Like
Okay.
I'll just
very
keep that in
focused
mind
on
actually.
the choreo. So that definitely helped it. Because yeah, I agree. Like it's definitely not the best, but that definitely helped it a lot.
Yeah, I wanted to like this song more because again, I like this type of hip hop, and if hearing that it's a choreography focused song definitely makes me appreciate it more. It's just, I don't know, it's just in terms of vocal performances, I was just kind of spoiled from the previous one, so I'm just like, oh, this one's only okay. Yeah, I'd say that's the only part that sort of lets it down for me, just because I feel like he's definitely trying to rely on the processing of the vocals to sort of help carry the song. So that's the only gripe otherwise.
All right, so from here I guess we can go into ratings. So I was going back and forth on how to rate this. Like I knew what I'd want it to be out of 10, but I didn't know how to distribute the points because I'd probably do half points. But what I did was I guess I went for like 4 out of 6 for music, just because there were like 3 songs I really didn't really like that much. And then I did like a lot of the, like almost all of the other ones except yeah. So basically it would be probably, if it's either a 4 or a 5. I just did a 4 because I felt like for concept 3 out of 3, because I like the fact that they're doing something new with like just doing a few full group tracks and then giving the members a chance to be I guess use this as a creative outlet to have like solo songs each with their own music videos and like stuff like that, which I super appreciate that. So 3 out of 3 for concept for sure. And then 1 out of 1 for bias point, because I've always liked the Got7. I just the past few songs I think were a little too samey from before. So I'm glad that with this they've I guess branched out a little bit, and I think they're headed towards the right direction. So overall I gave it an 8 out of 10.
So yeah, for Jacob, same as Jacob, just distributed differently. So I did 5 out of 6 for music. Really, the only songs I didn't like were any of like the hip hop focused type stuff. So yeah, basically just like Jackson and Bam Bam songs.
Yeah.
So like yeah, overall I liked almost all the music on the album, and some of it like really blew me away. So I give it a 5 out of 6 for music, and then a 2 out of 3 for concept. I really do like the idea that they're doing this solo stuff, and they gave them all music videos. But the music videos didn't really blow me away or anything, and it doesn't help that they were half of the song too. Like they weren't full song music videos, which I can understand. It's gonna get expensive.
Yeah, very. It's just time consuming too.
But you didn't give them very much budget, so like you could at least do the whole song, because it's not like the music video is gonna cost much. So yeah, like I don't know, I just gave it a 2 out of 3 there, and then a bias point because I do think it's an 8 overall.
Yeah, same score, same distribution as you, Nate. I was going again. I was considering like how much I love Lullaby and how much I love the concept of them doing all the different versions. It's just I feel like it was brought down by, I guess, me not liking some of the solo songs as much and me not liking some of the group songs as much. But otherwise, again, I'd say it's weird because I can't say it's top heavy because Lullaby definitely carries, like, at least for the group portion, and I do think like the group or the solo songs definitely still do factor into that rating. But yeah, I don't think it wasn't entirely perfect, so I couldn't give it a perfect score. And again, with 2 out of 3, again, I love the conceptual stuff that Got7 does all the time. Oh god. I just lost my train of thought. Oh god, it's too late.
Lost it.
No, but again, with conceptual, I probably would have appreciated if it was more fleshed out, honestly. Again, like with the music videos doing the sort of thing, like the sort of like actual full on music videos. Because I mean, granted, I mean it doesn't look like they put too much into the music video for Lullaby, because it definitely stayed like a bit, or it definitely was box territory. Like they did stay on sets most of the time. But other than that, I'd say it wasn't too bad. And I mean, I do love the choreography. I just wish like the visual element definitely was a bit more fleshed out in comparison to like what they've done before with a lot of their albums. And obviously, bias point. I love Got7, so yeah. That's an 8 out of 10, straight 8 out of 10 for all of us. Straight
8.0.
Like that's a flat 8.0. Yep. So no shiny, unfortunately.
You
but
don't need the calculator for that one, Jacob.
Yeah.
8 plus 8 plus 8 divided by 3. I wonder.
Should we even rate this next album? We should just say.
I just wrote it was clear 10 out of 10. Yeah, exactly. There's no point.
That's why we're reviewing it like 3 years later, is because it's 10
exactly.
Out of 10, so
yeah. Anyways, I guess from here we're gonna be moving into our review of Wonderland, which is the only